Hey guys, we're back. Did you think we'd come back? We've had quite a month. Moving is not fun, but I am so thrilled to be home and back with you in the new messy workshop. It's not real messy just yet because I'm just trying to find everything and put it away and still get used to the space. But we've got some semblance of order here, and I wanted to invite you in today and share it with you so that you could see my workspace. I'm not going to lie to you. I miss the shop. The shop was a very pretty environment. I had my nice sunny window. But in the long run, I don't miss it because it wasn't what was right for me. I know if you go back to the videos of us moving 3 years ago into the shop and how ecstatic and excited we were to have that space, in the long run, it was a detriment to me as a teacher. I look back at some of the videos and some of the things that I did before I moved down there, and I was making more progress artistically before I had that. So there comes to a point when less is more. I should go this way, less is more. And you find out there are some things that you don't need. We had a problem with the house, and that's why we had to move out of here. We probably never would have. We were thrilled that that place was available, and for those of you that got to come and meet me there and maybe take a class there, it was really fun. We still have our workshop in May. We might even double that to May and October eventually, but for now, this is my workspace. It's airy, it's light, it's got so many of the pretty things around me that I had at the shop, and I'm quite happy. I'm quite content here. I feel peaceful and ready to work. So if you'd like, Javi can take the camera off of the tripod, and she can follow me around. Rob is back there sneaking if you hear something. He had to be here. He should follow me around and I'll show you everything that's done. I still have to go through all these drawers and make some sense of them. So there's still a lot of work to do, but I can do some projects here. In fact, I even have one started in front of me. So come on back over here and let me take you through behind the desk and then around to the other side. I have like 3 times the workspace here now. So come on over and have the full tour. So Javi told me to take my glasses off because it was creating a lot of glare. To get used to the lighting down here, it's a lot different. But as you can see, we've still got our sign, and Bisou Boutique is wherever I and my family are. And we're back home, and we're so thrilled. And this was my workshop for 24 years before we went downtown. So now it's better than ever, and I'm so happy with it. And really, my tables and everything, Javi, if you want to just spin around this way, they're very much the same as they were up there, except I have a lot more space between here now to move and work. I could actually have a couple of friends over, and we'd have enough space for us all to be moving around back here. I've got all my drilling station over here for now. You know, things are subject to change. I've got my non-stick mats. I've got stuff to make fire there. I'm looking forward to taking my Terry brush soldering classes. Terry so kindly gave me 2 classes as a gift. And I'm really looking forward to doing the molten lava and the soldered bezels with her online too. So I have all my soldering gun and all this, or my, what do you call it, an iron up here. I do actually know how to use it, but you won't see me do that for a while, and I won't be teaching what I learn in her class. We don't do that. We don't teach what another teacher teaches. But I've got my fun things up here. I've got my 1920s 30s dancing shoes, and I've got my 2 mannequin heads up here that I love so much, and the Bisou and Shelley dolls are here. My Mary Engelbright Snap Out of It. My attitude is everything. Pick a good one. We knew we were home when we found the sign when we were unpacking because I was afraid that I would lose it. I got my Hillbilly wine glass jars full of beads. my dapping set, everything, my polymer clay station here. Everything's ready to go for when Katie comes again, which we hope will be one day soon. But there's still tweaking to do. And you can see the drawers are full of goodies, but they need organized. This one's got some really nice stuff in it. I don't know if you can see that. All vintage, beautiful things. I've been getting some really nice vintage things lately. Again, if you want to spin around this way. Underneath here, too, we have all shelving and storage units, and there are all those cool storage units that you get at Joann Fabrics, which I'm not likely to call out Joann Fabrics in my videos because I don't go there much, but there's one thing they sell there that is awesome, and it's these storage units here, under here. And I've talked about these before. Wait till you get a coupon because they cost like $80, $90 a piece without a coupon, and that, I'm sorry, is just way, way too much. But yeah, I'd pay $45 for this. They're awesome. They all separated in the tops. And then you got ones that are all open. You got ones that are like make and take drawers that snap shut. So I've got quite a few of them down here. I've got 1, 2, 3, and I think one out front. And I've got some upstairs also. So they're really, really good. But yeah, I'm starting to work on something here. And I want to put my glasses on for a minute if I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you a few of the little components that have come in here lately that we're just so thrilled about. If you get my newsletter, I finally got around to sending it last night. And I talked about the backstory about these little dolls. You can zero in on the little dolls. They're really, really, really special. And so are these little porcelain roses. Show you the little clusters. These all came back in stock. They come in several sizes. Excuse me. But what's so neat about these, the backstory is neat. If any of you are familiar with 1928 Jewelry Company, in fact, that's the jewelry that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing vintage 1928 Jewelry Company. It was a very, very nice gift line that was very popular for many, many decades. And I have the pleasure of being friends with the gentleman who's the force behind 1928. And he's sent me a few things of late that were really pretty sweet. And these little dolls were something that 1928 Jewelry Company molded from an antique or vintage piece that was made in England. And they used to have these little ceramic dolls. She's so cute. She's got a little baby there and everything. And they wouldn't paint them, I guess. And somehow you could stick them. They were hung from something, I guess. And you would bob them up and down in your tea, because of course the English love their tea. And it would cool your tea down, putting the ceramic in. Well, they got hold of some and they said, well, why don't we mold them, since they were old. And they painted them too in ceramic bisque. And in 1980, these were a little stick pin that you could buy from them that was boxed, and it came in its own little stand and everything. I'm hoping maybe one day I can get hold of one that's still in the box if they have any over there, because I'm a doll collector, so I'd love to have that. But anyway, they made these, and we actually have these for sale on the site right now. If you go into the ceramic roses section, I put them there because I didn't know where else to put them. But these roses are also from 1928 Jewelry Company, so they were used in their jewelry over the years. And I want you to know that they're not imported. Every last one of these petals on these were made by hand in-house at their facility. And it's just a wonderful thing to be able to get them and share them with you at a workable price so that you can use them in your designs for as long as they last, because they won't have them forever. They don't make them anymore. That company's in fact called 2028 now. So the 1928 line is kind of done. So anyway, so I had them, and I was going to kind of put them and make a little, I was thinking maybe I'd do a pretty little collage of some sort. Putting some buttons around, maybe. You know, we have the beautiful butterflies, birds, and Bugs challenge in July at the Creative Group. And so I've got a bird there, and I've got a bug here. And I thought maybe I might put a dolly in there just because it's cute. And maybe I'll put a pretty rose. I'm just kind of filling. I haven't brought my leaves and things, my brass down here yet. There, I do have some over on the other side, but I haven't quite found what all I have here. So I've got a lot of resin roses, and the reason for that is I can just give you a little preview. Next week we're going to take these light ones and we are going to colorize them. And we're mostly going to use Swelling It to make them look kind of ancient and cool. And hopefully my Sapphire Blue Swelling It will be here from Lisa Lambright next week. She's already sent it, so I'm looking forward to that. And we'll do something with the blue on that. Then we'll maybe make a collage. But anyway, that's why I have a lot of the resin down here. I don't know, Maggie Eckerson, if you're watching, maybe you remember when we bought these at the Tustin Flea Market when I came out there to California the last time. That was for at the shop. These are the coolest beads, rose beads, but they're coral colored plastic, and they're broken. I've just been waiting for the right project. And Maggie made these and gave them to me. These are her polymer clay roses. I wish you could feel them. They're so delicate. I haven't learned how to do this very well yet. So that's another thing I learned how to do. I'm looking forward to learning how to do now that I'm home and things are calmer and I can think better. I have my own office upstairs. It's so wonderful. Oh, I even have my own exercise bike in my office. It's so great. I love it. So maybe what we should do is go around over to the other side, because there's a whole other workspace over on the other side. You might remember it from before. So maybe hubby, you want to shut that off, and then we'll move around over to the other side. Okay, so here we are on the other side. And as you can see, I've got all this L-shaped workspace here. Let me step out of the shot, which I had before, and maybe you remember. We used to do a lot of our swelligenting and our patina work over here. And the evidence is there because the wood's all stained up. But I've got it all organized for now, and it's nice and neat, and I don't have nearly all my things here. A lot of them are packed in boxes over on the other side of the basement, and I still am discovering things. But I've got my Swelling It ready. I've got my primary elements. I've got my Gilder's paste, my ice resin, my Lumiere, Renaissance wax, alcohol inks, all this stuff that we love. And I've got some pretty pieces that friends have sent me. Nike, if you're watching, do you remember? You made this for me. I've always kept it on my wall. Sometimes I wear it too. I think I wore it in one of my videos. And Audrey, I think you say her name, Belanger. She's from British Columbia. Made this for me once, and I love it. And I made this when I took the ice resin class from Susan Leonard Casmer a long time ago. So I wear that sometimes. And I was so thrilled when I was digging through my boxes. This thing's hanging on. When I was digging through my boxes, John packed up everything here. He completely gutted this out and then put it back together. And I lost my copy of Metal Craft Discovery Workshop. Now this is serious because Linda and Opie O'Brien are like the next best thing to sliced bread where I'm concerned. They did a lot to help me get back into being an artist again after I was sick with cancer, and help me get moving. And I don't know if this is even my signed copy. I hope it's, yeah, it is. Wishing you a life filled with creative endeavors, Linda and Opie. Linda and Opie are retired now. And I actually talked to Linda on the phone the other week about resin. And I said, you know, Linda, I have a workshop. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so good. Do you think you and Opie maybe would ever come and, you know, teach? Probably not. She says, we are loving our retirement. But I don't know, maybe I'll keep working on her, because I'll tell you what, we'd probably fill that shop, we'd probably fill that workshop in an hour. You would never get it. And they are the best. A lot of people just love them. And you know, I think this book's out of print, but I think they have an Etsy shop, and you can check. It's called Burnt Offerings. That's the name of their Etsy shop. If they do, they may have some copies. If you do not have this book, get it, get it, get it. It was like the first of its kind. It was like the predecessor of all the metalworking books that we have now. Jumping off place for so many of us. So, awesome, awesome stuff. Linda and Opie been in print, goodness gracious, I don't know how many times. They wrote 2 books, that one and Who's Your Dada, which was about art dolls. So, good books to have, good books to have. Well, you can see underneath here I have all my shelves and all my stuff packed away. I really still don't even know what's in there. So I'm going to have to go through that, and it needs a lot of cleaning. I brought my map shelf down here so I can fill it with little things. Aha! Evidence that Rob is here. I've got his phone. He's hiding. He's hiding over there because he has a big mustache now. He didn't want anyone to see it. I think he looks handsome.
They all just saw it.
I think she got him. But here's my map chest, and I'm going to have a good time putting stuff in here and getting this organized right. And then I brought this down here just to remind me. This is me. Let me bring it close to you. This is my graduation picture. Kind of look like a little Mona Lisa girl. I had so many wishes and dreams then. Never dreamed that one day I'd be 60 years old and teaching you in the Messy Workshop. But I brought it down here, so I thought it was kind of fun. I remember I had the flu that day, and the photographer had to retouch it a lot. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. You know, when you have your workshop, when you make your own little workspace, you need to make it personal. And as you can see, I've done that. You know, you need to make it your own. And I tend to do too much decorating. I tend to put too many things in it that maybe I don't need, but they make me feel good. They make me feel like being here, because yeah, it's in a basement. But you know, a lot of people are working off of a tray on their lap or a tiny little desk. What do I have to complain about? I've got all this space. The only thing bad about down here is a little bit wet. Over toward this side, it's a little bit wet. But this part here is pretty dry. I'm going to get a nice rug for the floor. Things are going to be good. I'm just going to get it more and more organized and use the space wisely. My rock tumbler, I have to get that set up. Cindy and Mary, if you're wondering where my rock tumbler is, because they bought it for me as a gift, it's going to be right here. Rob's going to get that all going for me again. So I'm looking forward to using that. Taking my soldering classes from Terry Brush moving forward. Getting together with you, teaching you lots of things. I want to do a cuff class. We're going to do more with cage work. If you have ideas and they're mixed media, throw them at me. You know, I'm making a list. I can't teach you something I'm not adept at. Is a technique that another teacher teaches, and she teaches it as part of her living. I can't teach you something that I've never done, but you maybe don't know till you ask me. If it has to do with mixed media and assemblage, I'm pretty good at that, and I'm happy to share with you. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the new Messy Workshop and a new era of peace and calm and happy creativity. Thank you for stopping by today, and next week we get back to work. Have a good week.